findings have to public policy here in the state of Colorado. Many of my friends from the conservation community are here this morning. You hear a lot of us, when we're talking about water, talking about the importance of maintaining and improving stream flow in Colorado's rivers. When you hear us talk about it, we're usually talking about it in the context of improving aquatic habitat, improving fisheries, improving riparian ecosystems, improving the environment generally. But what we would like to talk about today is something that you don't often hear conservationists talking about, and that is the economic development potential of protecting and improving Colorado streams and rivers. Professor John Loomis from Colorado State University has issued a study which is summarized in the report that has been handed out to you. The key points of that study buttress what people like the speakers you'll hear from in a moment have known all along, that Coloradans who participate in our recreational economy, one of the state's most important economic sectors, they know that protecting the environment and specifically protecting Colorado's streams and waterways leads to direct economic benefits to many of Colorado's communities, especially on the western slope of our mountain communities. Professor Loomis pointed out that this industry is so important to Colorado, it contributes $10 billion annually to our economy. It supports 107,000 jobs statewide, so that's no small economic sector. Professor John Loomis only looked at two components of that sector, rafting and fishing, in analyzing the economic benefit of protecting streams in Colorado. Perhaps the most significant finding from Professor Loomis is that just by slightly increasing stream flows in Colorado, we can add $4.4 million to the recreational economy and something on the order of 340 jobs in a way that's sustainable, that can really spur economic development in the state. It's important to also understand that Professor Loomis, his analysis was quite limited. In only looking at rafting and fishing, he didn't look at some of the other important beneficiaries of improving stream flow. Duck hunting, wildlife watching, costs avoided for our endangered species list. These are all things that Professor Loomis did not evaluate. And all of those benefits are additive to these other benefits that I'm talking about just leaving a small amount of additional water in the streams of Colorado. Drew Peternow from Trout Unlimited will talk about some pieces of legislation that are being considered by the General Assembly this session that have direct implications to Colorado's Instream flow program. But the purpose of my discussion is merely to bring to your attention this report to talk about the true economic development potential of protecting streams and rivers in Colorado and rebutting the myth that is often propounded in this building that non-consumptive uses like in-stream flow don't contribute to the economy as much as the consumptive uses do. The state's history of investing in consumptive uses is vast. It's something that we have a proud history of doing in this state. But it should not overshadow the important economic benefit that improving Colorado's streams and rivers and riparian habitats have to this state. These are tough economic times. We need to do everything we can to help give the economy a shot in the arm, and this is a good way to get started. This is a good way the conservation community can do our fair share. So having said that, I'd like to turn it over to Kurt Clanky.